So entrepreneurship and app design session 5. So we're going to talk about how apps actually make money. So I think this is what many of y'all are actually looking for when it comes to building an app. Apps are pretty cool. They can do a lot of really cool, crazy things and awesome things. But some, you know, there are also some things that apps can do really well. And one of them is actually help you with your business, help you successfully make profit, monetize products. There are many different ways this works. These are only a few. Actually, these are just some common methods, and we're going to talk about some other methods not in this list. But here are some ways you should probably know. There are in-app purchases. These are purchases, for virtual goods or premium content. Example, Robux would basically be an in-app purchase because you purchase Robux in Roblox after you have the Roblox app downloaded. And then you have in-app advertising. This can take a variety of different forms. I think in some apps, you're advertising like other Roblox games that are built on, in the Roblox app. There's various different ways it works, especially in a game, in a massive app like Roblox, massive platform like Roblox. But when you hear the word in-app advertising, you're talking about a few common other methods. These mainly include advertising certain products, certain businesses, the kind of apps you see in YouTube, the ads you see in YouTube. You see, well, y'all probably see ads on YouTube all the time if you use it, and other platforms as well. And YouTube, at the end of the day, is also an app. So what you see on YouTube, that would be those kind of ads, for random different things. Those are examples of in-app advertising, and they help YouTube make money. And likewise, they also help the person who's advertising make money. So works both ways. And it can really make you money because it's your app. And finally, you have subscription models. These can take a variety of different forms. Going back to Roblox, I think the Roblox Premium subscription option is a great example of a subscription model. There are many different subscription models. It varies based on, the app you use. On Amazon, you have, I think, Amazon Prime, a bunch of different things. YouTube, you have YouTube Premium as well. So yes, all of these are subscription models. They charge you on generally a monthly basis. It can vary, mostly a monthly basis, and you make money off that. And by creating your own app, you can have your own subscription models that you charge users in order to give them special, benefits, special upgrades, perks, whatever you like to call them. We have affiliate marketing here. So affiliate marketing, this is pretty cool. It's one of the types of marketing over here that I did not mention. And affiliate marketing is basically where you have let's use the word entities here. We're going a little bit technical, but you have two entities, and you also have a, let's say, a partnership between these two entities. And here, that was abstract language. I'm going to break it down now. You have one person, one entity, product, or the product seller, the person selling you the product. Sometimes you call them a merchant as well. Back in the old days, you had merchants who'd sell products, and then you'd have affiliates. An affiliate is yourself basically. You're the app publisher. So the affiliate is the one who spreads word of the product. If it's a special kind of shoe, product seller is the person who generally made the shoe, Nike or whoever. They all make shoes, right? Nike, Adidas. And then affiliates it's kind of like the app itself, like the app in which the shoe is marketed. The Nike shoe is marketed, the Adidas shoe is marketed. And in your case, if you have your own app, you can technically be the affiliate. And you could think of the affiliate as the distributor, the person spreading word about, the specific shoe. If it's a Nike shoe, you're kind of the one putting special Nike shoes on display that everyone else can see. And then what you do is you kind of take the customers, the people interested, and you bring them to Nike. You help them find their way to the Nike store. That's basically what you're doing through an app. Affiliate marketing is where you help whichever product seller approaches you help them bring customers to their website, to their shop, to their app. And in return for doing that, the product seller pays you money. So based on the number of people you bring to their service, to their app, to their shop, the product seller will give you some amount of money as well. So it's kind of transactional. If your app is performing really well and it's bringing them a lot of what we call traffic, which is nothing but a number of people on their platform, on their shop, then the product seller is going to in return pay you for your service to them, for you helping them out in bringing a lot of customers. This is it's pretty cool. And you do this through affiliate links, especially because apps are online. It's all like physical, where you'd be guiding customers to the actual shop, and the person would know exactly who you bring. In affiliate links, everyone's going to one website. So affiliate links are kind of like labels or name tags. When a person clicks on an ad, when you click on an ad in an app, that the let's say the link that the ad is connected to, it has a special, let's say, label. So if your app takes someone to, let's say, the Amazon shop or something, that or an Amazon product, a specific Amazon product, maybe an Oculus, a VR headset that we see here, then that link will have kind of tag that'll tell the product seller, the merchant, that it was indeed your app that brought them that customer. And sometimes what happens is they'll give you a cut of what they get from, their profit off the headset. In other cases, they'll just simply give you money for actually bringing them a potential customer, regardless of whether that person actually buys a product. So affiliate marketing, in short, is a great way to make money off your app. And yeah, these special links, affiliate links, are special links that allow the product seller to track how users reach the website, through what channels they actually arrived, in their website. And then I wanted to talk about another model. It's another, let's say, marketing strategy, a way to make money. This is called the freemium model. And this is it's very straightforward. But anyways, a freemium model is a basic app version, for free. It's very simple. So you give an app for free, kind of like Roblox. Roblox is a great example of this as well. You can basically play any Roblox game for free, most of them at least. And if you want, but you always have the option to buy something with Robux. You have to pay real money for Robux. And in many cases, certain games I believe are premium only. Certain cases, there are certain things you can do on Roblox that are premium only. So it kind of constantly pushes you or recommends you to actually upgrade premium to Roblox Premium. And you can still use the app once again without cost. That's the main thing. That's what's called freemium. It's like, a combination of free and premium. So it constantly recommends that you upgrade to premium in order to get special upgrades, special benefits, but you don't have to. And it's a great way to make money, because what this allows you to do is your user can actually test your app for some time, get to know your app, become very familiar with it, really start to enjoy your app. And slowly, once you build that connection with your app user, they'll be more and more likely to actually give you money for it. Because if it's really helping them out with their job, and this is not about a specific game, it's about anything. If your app is really helping them out, they have the opportunity to gain massive value just by making a purchase, just by upgrading to premium, a monthly subscription, then they're going to be more likely to do that. But also, they know that they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that in order to use the app. So, they feel more inclined to actually spend that money, because in some ways your app has helped them out. They kind of want to also sometimes they'll want to express gratitude as well to you. And this is in many ways, this can be much more beneficial than just requiring someone to pay money for your app upfront. Because by doing this, you're able to get a lot more users. Like, let's say you can either get 100,000 users through the freemium model, or get 1,000 users through the pay to access model. What happens is, when you get 100,000 users through the freemium model, even if you only get 1,000 users who actually purchase the premium subscription, you still have 100,000 other users who may not purchase it today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a month, but they can purchase it. They may purchase it one day, compared to, like, if you have only 1,000 users who actually purchase the pay to use app, and it's often much less than 1,000. The difference is often much greater. So in that case, they might pay the money. They might not be satisfied with the app afterwards, because they never got the chance to try it first for free. And because of that, they may not use your app in the future. They may not purchase in-app, they may not make in-app purchases or purchase subscriptions, or they may cancel their subscriptions. So see, that's why there are benefits to freemium models, and that's why freemium models are honestly one of the most popular forms, of app usage. Most apps out there you can think of all the different apps, Roblox included, because I know y'all play Roblox quite a bit. Uh, so Roblox, at least some of y'all. So Roblox allows you to, use the app for free. I've said that multiple times, and there's a reason for it. So yeah. So the freemium model is very beneficial, and don't think for a second that it's less profitable or you can make less money off it, because it's really, really good for making money. Okay. So we've talked about quite a few topics. We've talked about affiliate marketing. We've talked about, how apps make money in short. But let's go over something a little bit different. Let's go over how you actually get that money. I think that's what many of y'all might be thinking. You may have like you may have ideas about what you might want to sell on your app, how you want to actually, what do you want to market, what do you want to give users, what special perks, features you want to give. But it's really the time to start thinking about how you're actually going to get that money. Once the user purchases that product on their phone, on their app, how's that money actually going to come to you? There's a process for that. And it all goes back to the installation platform. In this fancy word installation platform, I mean, it's nothing but the Apple App Store, iOS, Google Play Store, on Android, and various other app stores. These are really what enable you to actually receive those payments, receive those purchases, critical for any businessman, entrepreneur. And yeah, these allow for the processing of in-app purchases, for the, transfer of money from the user to, you at the end of the day as the app creator. And you do this through there's a multitude of steps. I've kind of simplified the general, the key steps, the key things to note. There's something called a developer console on, the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So you actually have to create in-app products on the developer console. And that's actually how you create. That's the first step. And these in-app products are nothing but what you're actually going to be selling on your app at the end of the day. What those in-app purchases are, what those upgrades are. You want to define it, design it, do whatever you need to make it clear to the user of your app what they're actually going to be getting by actually giving their money to you. And yeah, this is on the developer console on both of these. And there are many different developer consoles as well. You want to have a software development kit, which I think the developer console is, yeah, sorry, just going back, the developer console I think is built into these different stores. Okay, the software development kit is also another thing. It's basically, in short, a collection of many different tools, libraries, a bunch of different things. It goes back to what we've talked about in the previous classes about software development, coding. And the key thing here is the software development kit. It enables you to work on the the back end of how you actually receive the money, and ensuring that you actually get the money, and also ensuring that the user is actually able to smoothly make that transaction. Because something you all need to know, all of you listening, live or in the recording, is that the more steps you have, the more tedious you make process of making the payment for the customer, for the user, for anybody, the more harder it is, the more less likely the user is to actually make that payment. You always want to keep the process as simple as possible. And it's not just for payments, just taking this a little further. We are entrepreneurs, of course. If you want to, let's say, ask someone a question or, send a form to someone for them to fill out, you want it to have, in order for you to get information, of course, you want the form to be designed in as simple as possible. You want the question to be as easy to understand, as possible, as clear as possible. Because in that case, they're going to have much less trouble, difficulty actually doing what you want them to do. And the exact same thing applies for making in-app purchases. You want to make the process very simple, very smooth, and make sure that they have as little errors as possible. Because, in some apps, especially I think the older apps out there, a lot of times when you try to make in-app payments, the process, it'll glitch, it'll lag, it'll be delayed. They may not get an indication that the payment actually went through. Sometimes the app itself will start, you'll see that rolling icon, the circular icon, the loading screen, and the entire thing will just glitch. Users don't want that. And it's not good for you as well as the app creator, primarily because the user will lose trust that the app is legit. So, in short, the software development kit is there for you to ensure that the app the app purchases can be made as smoothly and easily as possible. And then, of course, this ties in finally to the purchase flow. At the end of the day, the purchase flow is basically it's a series of steps that the user takes in order to make their purchase, and it starts off at the user interface level. It starts off with them seeing the different purchases that they can make, clicking on them, and entering the different details in order to make those purchases. At the end of the day, that's kind of how the entire process of making money through in-app purchases work. And yeah, this is why installation platforms are pretty important. And also, okay, I just want to mention, so going back here, you have the Apple App Store, and it provides a special, let's say tool, special entity that's a design entity that allows you to actually design your purchase flow. So Apple App Store has StoreKit, and the equivalent or the alternative for when you're posting apps on the Google Play Store is the Google Play Billing Library. So each app store has its own different tool or entity used to design your purchase flow, and yeah, and design the processing of payments. At the end of the day, all of this is just for you to make your money off your app. Okay. So with that, we're going back to the surface. We've delved into the deepest parts of today's class, and I wanted to take it back to the fundamental level. Basically take it back to entrepreneurship, to actually starting a business, why you're actually developing your app. You're developing it at the end of the day to help people to solve a problem, and of course, in the process, you'll almost always naturally make money in some way. So we've brainstormed many different problems and many different solutions over the past couple of classes, and it's time we take things to the next level. I want you to take one problem in the real world, we've done this many, many times, and write down an app that you can build to solve that problem. This is pretty simple. Just write down an app. You can go as detailed as you want. You can keep it in one sentence, keep it at 2 sentences, or write even 10 sentences or more. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, write down an app idea. And then lastly, and this is especially relevant for what we just discussed, list down at least 2 ways you can make money off that app. What specific in-app purchase are you going to be having in your app, or what specific affiliate marketing are you going to be doing? We covered quite a bit of it, and yeah, if you need help, you can let me know in the chat. And actually, let me take you through an example. We see plants over here. Let's develop a plant identification app. What this app is going to be doing is through AI, computer vision, and a normal camera, and you have many apps out there already. It's going to be able to identify your plant, what diseases your plant is suffering, how you can speed up the growth of your plant, everything you need to know as a gardener about a plant. So the problem it's going to tackle is not knowing enough to take care of your plants. And yeah, the app, as I just described the app, it's a app that's going to scan your plant and give you all the tips you need to ensure that your plant succeeds or your plant grows awesomely. Oh, awesome. And then I want you to list down at least 2 ways to make money off that app. So here's one way I'm going to make money. I'll use affiliate marketing. Maybe I'll have an in-app, ad or something, or a place where someone can purchase gardening tools. It'll take you to a different gardening website, and in exchange for people actually making purchases, buying gloves or buying soil, plants, even to a nursery. In exchange for that, I'll be making some money off those purchases. The nursery or whoever will be giving me a share of that money because I'm the one who gave them that customer. And that's affiliate marketing. And I'll also have maybe in-app purchases. Maybe I'll allow a minimum of 5 scans per day for free. And then after those 5 scans, after the user already makes those 5 scans, they upgrade. If they pay me $5 a month, they're going to be able to make 100 scans per day, or maybe even unlimited scans per day. That's a simple way you can make money off that app. And as an app creator, it's basically what you can do because you're giving them that awesome solution. I'm giving them that awesome app idea that can really take their garden to the next level. And yeah, So I want you to think like that. Take any problem in the real world, write down an app that you can build to solve that problem, and finally find 2 ways to actually make money off that app. So with that, we are going to be entering into this activity.